you coming together today. Thank you for being here to celebrate our One Albuquerque and Volunteer of the Month awardees. It's always a special day that when we get to do this and recognize the people who make our community stronger. So today we're honoring 10 incredible people. And sorry, I'm out of breath. We know that most helpers don't do what they do for recognition. They step up because they care about their neighbors and their community. But moments like this are important. So here we are today. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Diana Ariano. I am the manager of the Office of Civic Engagement. I have a wonderful team composed of Mariah, Rachel, somewhere, there's Rachel, and our AmeriCorps Vistas. Our office is also home to the Volunteer Advisory Board, dedicated to advising and supporting volunteer activities throughout the city, throughout the year. Can we have our board members raise their hand? Wonderful, thank you. If any of you are interested in joining the board, please see them afterwards. We also have a One Albuquerque Award Committee who reviews lots of nominations for the One Albuquerque Award. So thank you again for being here to celebrate. I know all of the awardees appreciate your presence here. And without further ado, I'm going to introduce Mayor Tim Keller to get this going.
All right. Well, as Deanna mentioned, this is a packed house, in part because we got a little behind with the new year and getting ready for a whole other term, meaning like we have volunteers of the month for January to talk about. So we're catching up, and I want to thank everyone, of course, for being here. We'll talk about the honorees, but friends, family, coworkers, appreciate you being here as well. And also, I think we have just enough room. So if somebody does need an extra seat or something, there's a little bit left back there. And so we will go ahead and get started. Now, a couple of things before I begin. This has become a wonderful tradition, the One Albuquerque Awards and also our Volunteer of the Month Awards. And when I say tradition, it's about 9 years going. And the idea was basically that, we always, we acknowledge a lot of things in our community, first and foremost, the challenges that we have, but also, sort of people who in general are often acknowledged. This is about folks who aren't always acknowledged. It's about those everyday people that are helping our community, those everyday city employees who go above and beyond. And the idea is to lift up that story. And I always preface this with saying almost none of our awardees, I say that just because, I don't know, maybe there's one, but none of them sought out like a One Albuquerque Award, right? They were like, hey, please nominate me or anything like that. So I just want to acknowledge it is about their story. But it's meant to do two things. It's meant to inspire others. That's most importantly. So we do want to hear your story, even if I know you're probably in many ways humble and aren't here to share your story or share your thoughts. But it's about inspiring others. That's really what it's about. And in some ways, too, it's about gratitude from the folks who did nominate you because they appreciate you. And so that's why we do this in such a fun public way. So let's go ahead and begin by talking about, I think in general today we always try and find a common theme, but we've got a lot of awardees from different areas. But number one, it is about a culture of caring about each other in this city and taking care of each other. And so in doing that in the context where it's not like obviously someone's job to take care of someone else, which is of course an important role, but it's about realizing that that's actually part of everyday life for us. We got to remember to take care of each other. And so I think that's what we have in common with folks here today. So we're going to start with a Volunteer of the Month. And so we have a couple of folks who are in our foster grandmother program. And this is a really special program that works actually with APS. And I know this program well because my kids are in APS, and we have legendary volunteers who are part of this. And I say legendary because in their school they are. They're often just the grandmother of the school. And so that is certainly the case with Sylvia Lucero, who is at both Barella Senior Center, where she volunteers, but also Eugene Fields Elementary, and she's Grandma Sylvia. So Sylvia, why don't you come on up, and round of applause. This is for you. Good to see you.
Thank you. Nice to see you.
And we'll stay up for a moment because we also want to bring up Sheila Pike. She's also in the foster grandmother program. And At Reginald Chavez Elementary and Manzano Mesa Multi-Gen, thank you so much. This is for you as well.
Thank you.
And if you two would like to share a few words, you don't have to, but if you want to share any thoughts. The shy grandmothers. You want to jump in?
No.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much, and we
Thank you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So our One Albuquerque award recipients, we actually have 8 this time around, and they're also in a little bit of batches. And so the first group that we want to talk about are 3 individuals who work in solid waste. And I know city employees obviously know what solid waste is in the solid waste department, but it's a reminder, they're driving the trucks. And just to connect with elementary school children, like the most popular city worker for any parent or kid, or any parent of a kid who's like under 8 is solid waste. So, not like, I have to share 2 stories. So when I was a kid, like, my mom has pictures of me like waving to the solid waste drivers in Albuquerque, like, in my diaper and like all those. And then I have a picture of my kid doing the same thing, which is just awesome. So, but anyways, we're not here to really talk about that because they actually saved a life. And believe it or not, this happens sometimes in our solid waste department because these folks are all over our city, right? Driving all around every single day. And so they're often the first responder in some situations. And this was the case actually for a crew who was driving out to our recycling center. And they came upon an individual who was actually having a heart attack. And they immediately jumped into action, did CPR, called for help, and they instantly sort of had that combination of knowing what to do, but also the instinct to like just jump in and help. And so we want to recognize Gregory Waitman and Dante, I don't know how to say your last name. Hawkes, thanks. And Trumaine Rowland, come on up. Gregory, thank you. And Trumaine, there you go. Thanks for the help there on that one. Thank you guys so much. Now we'd love to hear a little more of the story if you're up for it. If you want to turn around and share, it's up to you. Podcast up front.
Yeah, I mean, I was headed over to Barco. It's the recycling facility here in town, and when I was pulling in, it was the guy who actually works there who tells us, where we're parking, where we're dumping, and I noticed he was in the guard shack, so to speak, and he was unconscious on the ground in there, and I was trying to wake him, and when I was, Greg was the one who pulled up, and I told him, hey, this guy's unconscious, and I'll kind of call 911, and he started, working on the guy, giving him chest compressions, and we're just trying to figure it out, and I know that Tremaine showed up right after that, and I know you worked with the manager there, trying to help the guy out, get the automatic external defibrillator going on him, and before the paramedics showed up, and so yeah, it was quite an experience. I don't think the way that any of us would have imagined the end of our day to end, but I'm just hope that anybody else would have done the same thing for him, and yeah, I'm just glad to have you guys there. So.
Actual pin action too.
Thank you.
Lanyard. All right. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
All right. Well, we want to shift back to some of our folks who are working in the community in extra ways each and every day, and go over to South Broadway Library. And as an aside, I always love how this kind of happens, but most of our volunteers and folks we're talking about all work in South Broadway or Bareilles, which is sort of interesting. And Reginald Chavez, close by, close. But the South Broadway Library is a really cool library. It's also right next to a theater, so if folks kind of didn't know that. So it gets a lot more traffic in different ways than a lot of libraries. But we want to acknowledge Amber Devan. And Amber has done hands-on training for families to grow their own food. And so has really worked on the modernized seed library, which distributes 3,000 seed packets of which I have a few. They're awesome, by the way. It's like one of the great city free things is like get the seed packet every year. And now is the time. So inquire further if you're interested. But leading that charge has been Amber, and also Amber works with Kirtland Air Force Base to organize STEM activity for the kids. So Amber, thank you so much for all that you're doing. Come on up.
I mean, I can,
Tell us
but
when
I
you get
can't
seeds.
guarantee what I'm going to say. He's right. A lot of the good things come out of South Broadway and Barelas. My family is all back there. I really appreciate them, and I always appreciate you, and it is very much about building community and sustainability within our high desert area. We do have a lot of transplants, so it's very important to me that we maintain the precious resources that we have, and I do get into arguments with people about water and saving seeds and all those wonderful things. But I just met a beautiful gentleman back there who has offered me the opportunity to help them grow a garden at a historic house. So I'm hoping to continue the good fight and lower our heat index and provide sustainability for families and generations alike, and make lots of heirloom plants and hopefully hybrid ones. But come down, get some peppers, get some salad. Come on. Thank you guys.
Well, thank you so much, Amber. And we transition now to actually another community member whose family has been such an important part of his career, and also a little military tie-in with the U.S. Navy and our police department. So we want to recognize Jose Briones. He did a whole career at APD and then transitioned to crime prevention specialist. And if folks don't know, it's a flavor like you can have your local garden with heirloom seeds, and you also can keep your home safe. And so these two can do both. And so what Jose brings is that notion of like, these basics that we always try and remind people of about. It's not just security cameras, but it's how you put your windows, and it's how you do your lighting and things of that nature, making sure your routine is appropriate in terms of optimizing safety for you and your family. And so Jose also has a awesome and huge grateful family and supports grandchildren, and in every way I think has just been there for Albuquerque in so many ways. So Jose, come on up. Congratulations and thank you. Can you share any thoughts?
Oh, sure. I'm also from Varela, since we brought it up.
I love it.
Heck yeah.
Even though you were in Southeast.
Yeah, I was in Southeast Crime Prevention, and my gang is over here. I'm humbled because my nephew put me in for this. I had no idea that he put me in for it because I guess I made an impact in his life, because he said that, I did I did a lot through the police department and also through the Navy, and then I impacted his life by opening my doors for him, and anytime he needed something, I was there for him. So that goes to show that, just open your door to anybody that needs help. And I had no idea about this that he put me in for. He was more mad that I was going to get mad that I was going to have to come to this, but I thought, no, don't worry about it. But he's not here, he can make it. So, but thank you very much.
Send him the video.
Thank you.
So next we want to talk about, and this is amazing because the zoo is in Barelas too. Just so we're staying in Barelas, we're not going anywhere here, which I love. And I was at South Broadway yesterday, so it truly is the theme of the week for sure. But Kaylee Gonzalez has been volunteering at our biopark for 10 years, and her secret superpower is motivating people, which I just love. So. We are lucky to have her, and also she's extremely good on the finance end, and so she helps out a lot with River of Lights, Boo at the Zoo, and Earth Day, and really has become just a core member of the team, and of course does it all on a volunteer basis. So Kaylee, congratulations, thank you so much. Say a few words.
Sure. I have to think. At least I'm not first, so I had a couple minutes to think about other words. But I would say that public service has kind of just been instilled upon my whole family, who's in the corner over there. Yay, go team! Mostly from our grandma. She was a county clerk here a while back, but I've also learned that public service can just be fun, and that it's a really good time and use of our time. And if we want our community to be better, that's a responsibility that each and every one of us have every single day. But it doesn't have to not be fun. So, thank you.
This will be your last one. Tony's not here.
Okay, thanks so much. We had one individual who can't make it, so this will be our last awardee, and we want to bring up Dr. Carol Bradford, biopark veterinarian, and she basically saved a bearded dragon. So we want to hear that story for sure. But she does, of course, that kind of work each and every day as a veterinarian. But this particular one was a very difficult situation. And she also really builds bridges at the biopark. The biopark is like an expansive, I don't even know how to, like empire. I don't know how really else to describe it. And it has like different castles. It's like Game of Thrones. There's like, anyway, so, but it's nice. It's the fun Game of Thrones. Anyway, but Dr. Bradford really is known throughout the biopark. And so congratulations. Come on up. And thank you so much. Okay.
Thank you so much.
You got it, yeah.
Thanks. Just a quick thank you to Animal Welfare for nominating me for this, and just how grateful I am to work with a city and community that also has that same culture of caring that extends to our animal friends as well as each other. Thank you.
You got it. Okay, and actually our last awardee is here, so this is great. So we want to acknowledge Tony. Tony and Ella is part of the sustainability team that does a whole bunch of different things, but in particular, when we build buildings, and some folks are kind of aware of this, like the connection between our buildings and conservation, and actually some of the things about whether it's water conservation or energy conservation, but it's also about utilizing the sun, which is in many ways like, it kind of reminds me of the story we heard about seeds and our unique culture. Like that is reflected in our buildings when we do them right, which of course why is Adobe is still the best like building material we have. But anyway, with more on that, actually we should just welcome Tony. He's part of Sol y Sombra, which is sunlight and shadow, and it's a new building in Nob Hill that's really built on solar, and it has created 36 tons less of CO2 in the air, which is a huge deal actually, and so it's a way forward for energy efficiency. So Tony, come on up. There he is back there. Congrats.
Thank you.
You want to share a few thoughts? Yeah.
Sure. Well, it's an honor to be here, and thank you, Ann Simon, for nominating me, and thank you, Amber, for the shout out. And I just want to say I'm a Gorillas wannabe. I was the design architect and the developer of the building at the southeast corner of Girard and Central, where the old Manny's restaurant was.
Oh yeah.
And as the developer, I'm hoping that it will serve as an example for other developers to use solar energy more for the sake of our community.
Good to see you, Tony. Well, that brings us to the conclusion of our ceremony for today. A couple of things. Folks are welcome to stick around as long as you want. We do always try and squeeze in a little tour of the office if you're interested. It's very like Albuquerque, so it has good art. Other than that, it's just a standard office building. but the view is really good outside the mayor's office. So our team will kind of coordinate folks who are interested. Just as a heads up, we're also celebrating the anniversary of our Vista Volunteers, which is like a other cool volunteer program, and we're going to do that kind of out in the hallway. So anyway, folks are welcome to do whatever you like, but if you do want to kind of stay and walk around, our team will help make sure that we can sort of figure out how to do all that at the same time. And so with that, thank you for believing in each other. Thank you for supporting each other. And thank you for believing in Albuquerque.